just recently updated the meta tags and our SEO for our website, as well as add a page for an event inquiry. And we have already received 2 inquiries for an on-site embroidery event within the last week of publishing it, which is insane because I didn't know that it was such a big thing in Vancouver for people to look for on-site embroidery. I guess not a lot of people have this type of service. It's quite niche. After those 2 inquiries, I am now looking to make my website look better and also kind of up our game in terms of on-site embroidery offerings. I want to be able to add a option for the customer, or I guess the company, to choose their own design menu. So we kind of have these icons already that we've digitized, and I want to give them the option to maybe give some ideas of their own and then send it over to us. I need to start creating a package. I've already started a little bit, but I'm still working on my pricing structure because I am still new to this and I have no idea what my prices are. I'm just kind of looking at competitors and seeing how much they offer. But honestly, there's not a lot of competitors in Vancouver. We're like the only brand that really offers this type of service. I saw on Google, I think one other company does this in Vancouver, but they are like a massive company. They're everywhere in the States as well. So yeah, I don't know what I should do from now. So this week I am going to try and design all these little icons that I want to add in our design menu, and also build our package and pricing structure for on-site embroidery events. Ever since we had the Lululemon event happen, we are looking into investing in a baby lock machine again, or a brother embroidery machine, because I hate using the single needle machines for these events because we are so limited with time and we need to go as quickly as possible. But with the hooping and the color switches with the single needle machine is just a big hassle, which is why we are looking to buy our first brand new embroidery machine. This is going to be a pretty big investment. I think it is around $14,000 Canadian, which is a lot because most of these machines were around that price. But they are industrial machines. They aren't brother machines, so I've never paid that much for a, I guess, home use machine. But I feel like it is the perfect time to invest in one because it seems like on-site events happen more than I thought, or people are more interested than I thought. While I'm editing my website, I'm gonna go into OmniSend and also edit our abandoned cart emails. Right now, all of our emails are automated with a 10% off discount for anyone who abandoned their carts for more than 12 hours. This is an automation I set up a few months ago, and it just runs every time someone abandons their cart, which is awesome. I forget about it, and people have made a lot of purchases because of this discount. However, I kind of want to be a little bit more aggressive lately because I feel like things are a little bit slower with our small business due to the tariff situation in the States and everything like that. So I want to offer our customers who abandon their cart a little bit more of a discount. I'm going to offer free shipping for this abandoned checkout email. Usually what I like to do is put in a code and then also put in a expiration date on all of my emails. That way it kind of has a sense of urgency for the customer to have to buy within a certain amount of time. I usually give at least 1 month for the expiration to expire. So that is what I'm going to do for this one, and it looks good to go. I just quickly changed up the wording that is on the template from 15% discount to free shipping, and I added my own code into it. And then everything else is there already. For example, if your customer abandoned what we have, the custom cart embroidered sweatshirt, it will automatically put it into the email, so that is perfect. We don't have to do anything on that end. If you're interested in automating your emails and starting your email marketing journey, please check out the link in the description box below for a free trial to OmniSend. And if you are interested in purchasing one of their plans, we have a discount code of 30% off using the code PERCY30. Thank you so much, OmniSend, for sponsoring this video. We also, for the first time, got not our first time, we got another really bad Etsy review, and I am so sad about it because there's nothing I can do. The customer bought something 3.5 weeks ago, and we stayed everywhere on Etsy, like on our listing, shop announcement, at checkout. They're able to see how long our processing time is and when they're going to expect the parcel. But then I guess the person didn't know, and they thought that the shipping time included the processing time. And they were like, why did it take 3.5 weeks to get my item? With modern day shipping delivery or shipping services, this is probably sent by a horseback. And I was just like a stab in my heart because I try my best to ship everything out really quickly, and with all the tariff situation in Canada and the US and all of that, it really slowed down the shipping process. I think some of them might have gotten held in customs, and there's nothing we can do about it. We were able to ship it out within a week and a half, and I think it took another week to get there, and they were really upset. This person didn't reach out to us at all about anything, and they didn't tell us that they needed it really soon. I think he's just really upset about the fact that it took 3.5 weeks. Honestly, 3.5 weeks is pretty average for us to make the item and ship it and have it delivered, because it takes us 1 to 2 weeks to make the item and then another maybe 1 week to receive the item. But a lot of times I feel like people don't read my description. I mean, I feel like that's fine because I don't read the description to everything, but I will look at how long shipping takes because I don't know. But I'm just kind of sad I saw it and I was like, oh, ouch, because it was a 2-star review and our rating dropped from 4.9 to 4.8 due to the fact that shipping has caused us a lot of these issues. Most of the time, it's not even the product that the customer is upset about, it's always shipping. I'd say I'm no longer as sad when I get a 1-star or 2-star review, but it still kind of affects me to some extent because I'm like, okay, I can't really control shipping. I guess that's what it is. Digitizing always takes a while. Usually it takes basically the longest, but I have to do this, so I honestly don't know if I'm making this too small or too big because this is the first time I'm going to be stitching this out, so I guess I will make adjustments as I go. Right now I have the height at 20 millimeters, which is quite small, I would say. But we'll see how it looks once it gets embroidered. I always look at my wall of colors and I'm like, why do I have no colors, but then I have so many? I feel like I always end up buying the wrong ones or whatever, but I try my best to buy everything I need and not buy thread colors that I'll never use again. I think I'm gonna go with more pastel colors for the color choices. We will be only having 6 needles, so I'm assuming we're gonna have 6 color choices. And the icons also have certain colors, so I'm not too sure how it's going to work yet because we haven't brought a multi-needle machine to an event before. We've only ever done single needle, so this will be a little bit different. I am going to assume that I'm going to have 6 color choices, and then the icons, which also have a few colors that aren't in the 6 color choices, if you know what I mean. So I'll have to figure something out but swapping out the colors on a multi-needle machine is definitely easier than a single needle, so I don't think I'm going to have that big of a problem with that. These 3 colors are so far the ones that I've picked out. I think aside from that, I'm going to have black, white, and then probably a basic color like brown or red. I'm going to now put those on the machine. I really had no idea that companies are so into custom embroidery now, because it's such a niche thing to want at your event. I feel like you really have to search for it in order to want to do it. So it kind of took me by surprise that 2 companies already reached out to us. The first company that reached out to us was a brand that is a part of Sephora, and they wanted us to basically bring our machine there and embroider on Monday, but we declined the offer because it was a little bit less than what we were expecting, and we just couldn't work with the budget. It just didn't make sense for us to go all the way there to make X amount of money. But I really want to work with the brand in the future because it is a brand I purchased from and I really, really love. But it was just too bad because things didn't align for us in terms of budget. They had a really small budget and we just couldn't work with it. And also, it's on Monday and today is Friday, so we basically only had a weekend to get everything together, and that is just too soon. Usually companies will reach out to us maybe a month or even 2 months in advance, depending on how much planning they want to do. But that was just a little bit too last minute for us, so unfortunately we couldn't do it. But the second brand that reached out to us is actually local within Vancouver, which is really, really cool. They have 3 storefronts, I believe, and we will be working out of one of them for one of the days in the summer. They reached out super in advance because the event is in late July, so we have a lot of time to start planning the design menu and everything like that. But we haven't received a response yet, but she is really excited to be working with us, and we are super excited to be working with a local brand. Because I am super curious as to how people found us, I left a little section in the event inquiry asking how people heard from us, and usually it's from Google, so I'm going to assume that our SEO is pretty good within the Vancouver vicinity. So I don't think I'm going to touch that. I'm just going to continue improving my selection on our website because I feel like right now it's just strictly one page and I want to kind of expand on it. I was looking at other people who do these events. They kind of have a blog style where they go through all of the events that they've been to and do a recap, which I found really awesome. So maybe I will do something similar in that sense, but right now I'm just building my portfolio in terms of what we can do and what we offer, just so people have an idea on what we are able to do for them. So I'm going to create the design menu right now and embroider it. Digitizing it took quite a bit of time because I had to find and draw the certain logos that I wanted or icons, and now that it's digitized it will be a little bit faster. I'm going to hoop it and then embroider it. The design is like 150 millimeters, so I'm going to have to use the bigger hoop. So here is the design. I haven't switched out all the colors yet, but it looks like it's going to take 18 minutes to stitch out this whole thing. That's pretty good. That's better than I expected. So I'm going to do that right now and also change up the colors because right now it's all black. All of the colors have been changed, so I am going to hit start. I just traced it and it is perfectly in the middle, so let's go. It's kind of scary. Okay, something already went wrong because I stitched over, oh no, the paper. This is exactly why you should be checking underneath your machine because this will happen and it will ruin your entire shirt. Luckily, this is a used one already, but oopsies. This is already off to a bad start. The embroidery has been completed. It is exactly how I want it to look like, so I don't think there's anything I want to change so far. I'm going to unhoop it and then I am going to cut it out to take some photos for our website and also our social media platforms. This little thing literally took me forever to create, but I think it turned out pretty cute. It is everything that I want it to look like. It is a little bit slanted from my horrible cutting skills, but I think it'll be fine in the photo because I'm going to put some thread on the side and everything like that. So I am now turning on my heat press from Cricut and I'm going to iron it so it's a little bit more flat for the photos. But yeah, it turned out really cute. I really like how they look. But right now I only have 4 icons on here. I did digitize, I think, about 10 now. I have a pair of cowboy boots, cowboy hat, evil eye, that's a huge one, and some hearts, some XOXO signs. Anything that is super cute and small, I have basically digitized. I was scouring the internet to find ideas and I ended up drawing some out, and then some of them were files from Etsy that I digitized on my own. So yeah, I'm so happy with it. It's really exciting to see that we're kind of the first ones in Vancouver to do this. We'll see how that goes and see how these offerings go. Don't have a ironing mat or whatever. It's not that hot, so I'm just gonna go over it like that. Okay, that's already looking a lot nicer. Perfect. Yay! Now it's all flat and cute. Oops. The edges are a little bit weird because they like kind of frail out because of the way we cut it, but nothing we can do about that. Just gonna clean up the edges a little bit more. I'm so happy with it. Look at the little bow and arrow, the cherry, the 8-ball, and then the sunglasses. The fonts are just random fonts I found on Wilcom, and then the colors I think are perfect actually. I might even end up offering these types of colors at events, but we'll see.